let's go and speak about this Brittany Renner. All right, you guys. This is a girl that goes by the name of Brittany Renner. I'm not sure. I know she's an athlete. I'm not sure she was a cheerleader, but she definitely was an industry vixen. Now, Brittany Renner, she's known for seducing athletes and into celebrities, right?
Entertainers.
Entertainers. I'll go and say this. All right. So now, with that being said, Brittany Renner, she was on a campaign. She basically was the spokesperson for all women and women in this new evolution of women, this new women being liberated, and they feel like they have the right to do what men are doing. I'm not here to argue that, right? Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to bring the message. All right. Brittany Renner was on a campaign. So basically she tried to she was justifying everything that she did with her past, as in the men that she slept with and her intentions that she had with each man, right? Now, like I said, she was the face of the new women of this day and age. Women, women want to be equal to men, and they feel like they want to be players also. Like I said, I'm not here to argue that. I'm just here to bring the message. Exactly. But ironically, Brittany Renner has I don't know what you want to say. Brittany Renner, basically, she had a moment of clarity. Brittany Renner regrets sleeping with all these men is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
She had an interview and she was very emotional. And she's finally realized that she had no business sleeping with all these men. Now, what she said was, when women are sleeping with men, there's a spiritual connection going on when women are sleeping with men. So basically, she has spiritual ties with all these men that she prior slept with. And she said her body is sacred. Now, that's the key point that I want to make. I want to hit home today. Yes, during sex, your spirituality, your body is sacred. Your body is the vessel that carries your spirit. And when you do have sex, there is an alignment going. There's a binding effect that's going on. All right, a binding energy when you're having sex. Right.
That's why you better use your rubbers. You better use your rubbers.
I don't think. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if the rubbers would stop that, but I know definitely maybe it'll diminish some of that connection.
Yeah, it's gonna diminish some of that connection, bro. Instead of that full skin to skin connection, that's a different connection. Other than that's kinetic. You already know when them orbs actually link up. You feel me? You stop in life when you put that rubber on. That's the same way if you wearing rubber shoes when you put the battery packs on. You feel me?
I can agree. To a certain extent. I definitely agree with that. The rubber does diminish the connection slightly, but at the same time, there's an intimacy that's still involved, that the spirits are still somewhat connected.
That's why I say
but I don't know. That's interesting when you're saying that. Because that's an argument right there, to be honest with you. Because I can't say, because what you're saying sounds definitely right, because you're putting rubber, and rubber, I don't mean to be technical, but in scientific, rubber is not a conductor of electricity. So when you're having sex, there is something electric going on when you're having sex. All right.
Yeah. Remember, we got the plug and they got the outlets. You feel what I'm saying?
Great analogy. Yeah. So with that being said, Brittany Renner says she regrets making these spiritual connections with all these men. And that's the key point that I always try to hit home with women. It's not about necessarily, one's better than the other. We as men, there's a lot of misconceptions. We say, we go inside them. They don't go inside us. So that's what makes them more affected by sex, and it defiles them more. Now, I've heard that before, and some people subscribe to that. Some people don't subscribe to that, but that's not the agenda that I push. I just let people know there's a spiritual connection going on with that. And I'm a firm believer, when you're with a woman that sleeps with multiple men, you're sharing that spiritual experience with that woman, with whatever man she's dealing with at the time. So if you have a woman that's cheating on you, right? Whether she's cheating on you or you have this this lifestyle that you guys made an agreement that you guys could open dating, open relationship. Even if you're considered a open relationship, you agree to it, whether it's an open relationship or you're cheating, there's a spiritual connection going on during sex. And that's what a lot of women fail to realize, right? And us as men, it defiles us also. But remember, we don't got to carry no baby. We as men, we don't got to carry no baby. We don't have no womb. We don't have to make sure that our womb is healthy. You know what I mean? But when it comes to a woman now, you're bringing a life into the world. So you have to make sure that you don't defile your womb. Make sure you don't defile your vessel. Now, us men, we do, in some regard, we do have the same thing, that we have to make sure that we don't defile our temple, our vessel. But women is even a higher concern with them, because you guys have to carry and bring life into the world. All right. So I'm happy that she made that observation. Now, this is the thing. There's a lot of things that we do in life, man. We try to justify the things that we do in life, right? So throughout time, we try to come with a different concept of trying to justify it and change people's perception. No matter what you do, you could try to change people's perception. You could try to justify it in any type of way, but you still have to face the person in the mirror. That's the thing. Can you go to sleep? That's why people say whatever makes you sleep at night. Sometimes people got to lie to themselves in order to sleep good at night.
Hell no. Can't do that no more, brother.
Some people have to lie to themselves in order to sleep good at night.
Now she got her moment of solitude right now. She had to capture that.
Facts though. That's a moment of solitude, right?
Yeah.
And once again, shout out to Brittany Renner. You know what I'm saying? We're not here. This platform's not here to tear down nobody, right? I'm just the messenger. Me and my partner in crime, we just messengers. Don't shoot the messenger.
That's it.
All right. But speaking on it, because mind you, these are celebrities, so they bring it to our attention because they live on social networks, so that gives us the opportunity to speak on it, right? If they kept it private, we probably wouldn't speak on it. So that's that's what gives us the right to speak on certain things. Now, once again, women, when you're sleeping with men, if a woman's sleeping with multiple men, you're dealing with a woman with multiple spirits in her, right? And the more time she spends with that man, the more spirits that dwells in her, the more she absorbs that man's spirit. And your spirit has experiences. So you're sharing the spirit, the spirit, and also the experiences of that spirit. Right. So Brittany Renner now, obviously she's getting older. Like I said before, whatever makes you sleep at night. Sometimes we lie to ourselves in order to sleep at night. Now, there comes a time when you got to look yourself in the mirror. There will be that time, that one day that you have to look yourself in the mirror, meaning you're going to have to judge yourself. And actually you're going to, all those things that you use to justify, they're going to fall wayside. You're going to have to deal with yourself and actually in a genuine way and really judge yourself as to your past experiences, whether you call it sin or whatever, your downfalls, your shortcomings. You're going to have to look these things in the eye.
It's as if she's repenting to herself. You know what I'm saying? For all the mistakes she did to herself. You know what I'm saying? It's like she realized that at the end of man, that's crazy. And it's a beautiful thing at the end of the day, because in the beginning of it, they are like warriors. They don't care who they trample to get to the top of their success level. You know what I'm saying? And once they make it there, she's just actually there, and she's like, okay, this is what it is. This is that. That's it. Now, who actually gonna want to love you? How you supposed to be loved? How many of these characters are actually gonna want to love you? And they feel like, oh no, I gotta love her with a check. I gotta love her with a this and that. It's somebody. Everybody got somebody that's gonna love them. Everybody.
Yeah. You know whether or not, I don't care if you sell your body, whatever you have going on, somebody's gonna be there to love you.
Somebody gonna be there to love you forever. It don't matter. But if you gotta love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, then how we gonna appreciate you? You know what I'm saying?
Facts though.
I don't care if you've been with Tom, Dick, or Harry. Now you with me, you love me, that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the real love factor of that situation. But other than that, I'm glad she found her solitude and she's a great woman. Hey, for even just recognizing that she started being like these characters want to keep portraying and doing this nowadays because the money is involved, the money is involved, yeah. But when it starts slowing down, the money's still there. You made it to every plateau. You know what I'm saying? Now you just good, and she just like.
But see, money can't heal. Money
everything.
Can't heal the spirit.
It can't heal
money
money
doesn't heal the spirit, right? It's a temporary. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's only temporary.
It can't heal eventually your heart or your mind.
Eventually that Band-Aid is gonna be too soaked to hold on to the blood. So meaning, I don't care how many years that you come up with excuses for what you do, knowing that what you're doing initially in your spirit, you know you're not doing something right, but you try to justify it. You try to mentally justify whatever you're doing. But you're gonna get older, and for some reason, us as human beings, we could live a life of sin. We could live wrong, but we reach a certain age where we have to confront all these demons. We call them demons. Eventually, you got to confront all these demons, and all that justification, all those excuses that you made, they're not gonna work. Right. So fly. I think she reached that point where she actually, like, all the excuses are no longer working. And she doesn't like what she sees in the mirror, right? I call it face the devil. You got to face the devil. So when she's looking in the mirror, she doesn't like what she sees. Shout out to Brittany Renner, right? God bless you on that part. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody out there that will wife you. But same time, it's like spiritually, she's compromised at this point because she was very emotional. And she just said she realized that her body is sacred and she shared her body with so much men and she regrets that, right? And the most you can ask for somebody is, because when you're in denial, it's kind of hard to have compassion for somebody that's in denial. Right. Though through Most High, we know you're supposed to have some type of compassion. Shout out to Damien Parada. Shout out to Damien in the building. All right. Dame said, God's gonna keep giving it to you. You get it. Hopefully, they get their lesson quick and fast. Facts, though. Lessons. I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. Shout out to Damien. Facts, though. I agree with that. So, Brittany Griner, you know, like I said, when you guys, all of us as human beings, when we reach a certain point in our life, we got to look at all our demons. No matter how we try to justify it, none of that's going to work. All right. So forget all the technical terms. It's not going to work for you. Eventually, you're going to have to look yourself in the demons and all your shortcomings, all your sins. You're going to have to judge yourself. Right. And that's what happened with her. Right. So like I said, when you reach these ages of 40, 50, and 60, a lot of people look back on their timeline and look at their life, and they ain't going to be happy with the stuff that they were doing, right? All that justifying, maybe temporarily, you didn't dwell on it temporarily, but eventually you're going to have to confront all these sins. And that's what Brittany Renner's going through. But shout out to Brittany Renner. Like I said, we ain't here to tear down our women. You know, we support our women, right?